the navel and it connects everything in the body. That's why we can see where there's an obstruction or a kink in the work, so to speak.
Now, when you mention fascia, what exactly is that?
It's the smooth connective tissue in the body that wraps everything and holds our shape. To give an example, if you have a chicken breast and it's got skin on it, and you want to take the skin off. When you remove the skin, between the skin and the meat of the chicken, there's this filmy little layer. That's fascia.
I know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're beginning to, is it massage or palpate, or what are you doing around the navel? What techniques do you use as a practitioner?
Well, I use very gentle circular massage. I can also use kind of a wave-like motion, a rocking and a pumping. What we do with it, working around the navel very gently with this circular motion, helps to detoxify and stimulate the lymphatic system, the nervous system, the cardiovascular system, helps to get rid of all that waste and that toxicity that's accumulated in the gut. And so there I might do very gentle circular massages. Working with the large intestine, what I probably would do, and I do, is I do more of a rocking and a kneading, a pumping back and forth to basically get the large intestine to feel the energy, and for me to feel if the large intestine is obstructed or, you know, just lazy or whatever, just to get it to know that there's energy coming its way.
Francesca, are you actually moving their energy, or are you helping them to move their own energy? In other words, are you the healer or are they the healer?
I'm just the facilitator. They're the ones doing all the work. And a lot of times they don't realize it. When I say, wow, you did a really good job during this treatment, they say, I didn't do anything, you did it all. And I said, no, I'm just the facilitator. I am mainly that conduit for that energy. The body has an innate ability to heal. It knows how to heal. But because of all the modern day stresses we're subjected to, we've forgotten how. We have to literally have our hands held to be able to heal. And so what I'm doing is I'm kind of like the interpreter. And there are many times when I will be touching two different parts of their body and I feel as if I am a conduit. I can feel this part of their body, say their large intestine, actually with this energy coming through me going to their liver, and I can feel the two organs communicating.
Could you talk a little bit about, if I had an interest in actually becoming a Nei Tsang practitioner, what does that involve, and where did you get your schooling?
I received my certification through the Nei Tsang Institute in Oakland, and you can check with them. That is the only place in the Bay Area that actually certifies practitioners. There are a number of instructors like myself who will teach the fundamentals and other classes for Nei Tsang. But to become a certified practitioner, you must go through the Nei Tsang Institute in this area.
And how long does something like that take? What does it involve?
It involves, there are 3 levels plus the instructor certification, and they're varying hours from 240 to 500 to 800 hours, plus then numerous assisting at classes and teaching your own classes to become an instructor. Length of time, it could vary. There's no set, you enter the school at this time and you go through the semester or whatever. Classes are ongoing, people take it at their own pace. Some people are just gung-ho and they enter with the first fundamentals, say in the fall, and they're done by June of the next year if they've taken all the classes that are held. And they've done their case studies too. Case studies are required, 50 treatments. Recorded treatments are required for each level.
Now, I know that you do some teaching here in Petaluma as well as in Oakland. And I also know that you do energy work in the park.
Yeah, Qigong. So again, Nei Tsang is applied Qigong. Well, in order to apply the Qigong, you have to learn how to do the Qigong. So every morning in Walnut Park, I have a little class for half an hour from 8:15 to 8:45, and anybody can come, it's free, and we just do Qigong in the park, and we basically get your energy starting to move, and in the morning is the best time because that's when your energy is starting to peak. That's when you want to start basically depositing to your Qi bank account. So yes, I teach the Qigong, I teach private classes, I teach at Sky Hill Institute here in Petaluma, as well as the Nei Tsang Institute in Oakland.
Now, the length of time and the different schooling, did you need to have a science background? Were there any prerequisites? Can anybody do this?
Anybody can do it, but primarily we have lots of body workers, massage therapists, people from other modalities come and add Nei Tsang as one of the things they do. But we also have clients who go through just getting regular treatments and then are so blown away by their progress that they just have to know what it is. And they take a class, and then they end up becoming practitioners, which is really interesting. As far as a background in science, it's not necessary because we do teach anatomy and physiology, we teach lots of different things, we do teach the different organ systems in the fundamentals class. So there is no prerequisite for the fundamentals.
When you actually work on an individual as a practitioner, can they also work on themselves? Can they do it by themselves? Like, do you teach a person to do it when they're not actually getting a treatment from you?
Yes, in fact, we like to say that when someone becomes a client, they really become a student, because the real beauty part of Nei Tsang is that it's a very interactive healing modality, meaning that the client comes to me and every session I will give them some sort of homework. I will either teach them how to work around their navel, I'll give them some sort of meditation, a healing sound meditation, I'll teach them some form of Qigong, not all in the same session, but some little piece that they can take away with them, that they are responsible for doing to keep the work going in between sessions. So self-work isn't a replacement or a substitute for getting a session with a practitioner, but it's important because it keeps the work going, so that the next time they come to see me, then basically what happens is we start at the next level rather than going all the way back to step one. I also have a diagram or a photograph that shows someone just working on their navel. And it's very, very simple. All you do is you just take the fingers of one hand and find interesting spots around your navel and just start massaging and in circular motions. But it's important to keep breathing because the breath is very important in Nei Tsang. The qi flows along the breath. So if there's no breath, there's no qi.
Does it matter whether it's clockwise, counterclockwise? Do you tell them specific strokes that they're going to do in order to do this work? No, I don't really get too hung up on that because I don't want them to get mental. I don't want them to sort of figure out, am I doing it this way or that way? I just tell them, put your hands on the rim of your navel, start massaging in little circles, and just keep breathing in and out and going deeper as you breathe in, breathe out, and finding interesting spots. And they will find interesting spots. And I said, if you feel a connection or it hurts or whatever, then that's a spot to stay with. If you're bored, move on. It means there's no connection. Just find interesting spots and work around your navel for 5 or 10 minutes a day. So when a person has a treatment, how long does a treatment typically last?
Anywhere from 40 to 60 minutes. Usually, sometimes a treatment can end in 40 minutes. And that's because the body is telling me, I've had enough. Especially in the beginning, if someone's not used to the energy and they're dealing with a lot of toxicity, the last thing that I want to do is overload their body, because that would be counterproductive. So if I see that they're starting to turn yellow or they're starting to kind of get fidgety, that's their body telling me, okay, I've had enough. And so I stop there, and then I'll just talk with them or teach them some things to take up the rest of the hour. But I'm really, really very aware and conscious that I do not overload their body and that I give them just the right amount that they can process. We usually like to err on the side of less is more.